So I'm going to continue where I left off in my previous video before my 2-year-old woke up from her nap and then I had to stop talking, which is quite common now these days. Start talking, start doing something, get interrupted. That's how it is, isn't it, being a parent? But what I was trying to say earlier in my video was that I am so grateful and so incredibly blessed to be able to spend my life in this way. So those of you that don't know me, I run a company called GlobeFit, and what that does is it offers different classes, different fitness, dance classes, hula hoop classes to children and adults across the country. So I began it in 2013 and it was just me teaching it. So I qualified as a fitness instructor and I just started teaching weekly classes. So I was doing that at the same time as working in our hair and beauty salon. And I was raising children at the same time. So I was juggling a lot of balls, very tired, on the burnout, big time. Then became pregnant with my third child. And it was after I had my third child, who is now coming up for 3 in February. It was after having her that I realised something had to give, because 2 hours after giving birth, I was on the emails replying to people and I was back doing classes and working like 6 days after she was born. So I knew something had to give and something had to change. I knew it had to start with me planning out and visioning my life as to what I wanted and how I would like to live my days and how I'd like to spend my life, basically. So what I did is I drew out a vision board, basically, and wrote what I wanted my life to look like. And it included being there for my children, picking the older 2 up from school, taking them to school, and spending the days with my toddler, not having to put her into nursery like I did with my older 2. So obviously I am married and my husband does help support the family as well. So that has helped, I have to say, that has helped massively, because it has allowed me to not have so much pressure on me to have to be juggling all the balls and bringing in the higher income. Well, initially when I needed to take a step back from my salon job. So anyway, sorry, I'm waffling on. But basically, I now spend my days looking after my toddler, being at home with her, and now she's at nursery 2.5 days a week. So on those days, I get to spend some time on my own. I'm often in the spa, going for a swim, doing yoga, doing nice things, getting my nails done. But don't hate on me, because it's been a long time coming. It's been a real hard graft to get to this point. But the fact is, I pursued it and I kept going with that end goal in sight, and I did not give up when the going got tough. And it did get tough, believe me, it got really tough. And it still gets tough. There's still so many hurdles that I have to overcome. But I've got better at managing them now, because I know that when a bit of a roadblock comes, then it's not permanent. Okay, I know, I mean, for example, a couple of weeks ago, we had a class that one of our teachers was running, and we weren't getting so many people in, and we were actually losing money on it. And you know, like, if that was a couple of years ago, I would have got so stressed about that, and I was like, would kind of wanted to maybe even give it all up. But now I'm like, okay, move on. Let's find another area to go into. Let's you know, I don't see it as a big hurdle now. I know that I'm going to overcome it. Anyway, as usual, I go off track and I waffle on. But what I want to say to anyone who is a parent, mainly to mums out there, because I mean, let's face it, okay, this is for dads too, if you're a stay-at-home dad, but let's face it, it is mainly us mums that are the ones who are left trying to juggle that job and the childcare. You know, like it or lump it, society is still very much that way, isn't it? The man tends to go out and be the breadwinner, and and the woman stays at home and looks after the children, although these days the woman also has to work and look after the children. The man doesn't need to worry about that. And again, don't hate on me, because it's not me deciding that. It's unfortunately it's society that still tells us that that's how it is. I massively believe in it should be 50-50, but it's still not, is it? So, ladies, mummies, what I want to say to you is there is a way for you to have it all. You can enjoy your children, you can feel yourself still, and you can have a purpose that's not just raising your family. You can have a purpose that is running a business, if that's what you want to do, or going to work in that dream job, whatever that might be for you. Now, you might think, that's not possible. Okay, straight away, no, it's not. You can't have anything straight away. It does take time, but what I would say to you is start with the very first steps of planning out what it is you want. Write down how you want to spend your day. If you've got children, you know, they're not going to be young forever. And I mean, gosh, my oldest child now is in the last year of junior school, so she'll be in senior school next year. She won't need me to pick her up from school. She won't want me to pick her up from school. She'll want to walk with her friends all the time. So this is my last year of being able to actually take her to school and pick her up from school. And that time has just gone so fast that it only felt like yesterday I was giving birth to her. So now with my third child, my youngest, I know that these years are the most important years, and for me, being able to spend that time with her is so important. But at the same time, it's so important for me to have purpose still. And for me, being a parent, yes, it's so fulfilling and it's purposeful in its own right, but I need to feel me. And to feel me, the sort of person I am, I need to have a venture of some kind. So for me, it's my business and it makes me feel fulfilled. But I've managed to build this business so that it works around my children, so that I can be there for them. So back to you. What you need to do is plan out your day of how you would like it to look. Now, someone taught me how to do this. It was a mentor, Von Radley from Big Me Up Media. I had a mentor last year, and she helped me massively to see that there was a way to do this. So she got me to plan out how I want my day to look. And you can do this too. What is a great thing for you to do is just close your eyes and just envision what you want out of your life, how you just want to spend your days. Ask yourself what it is now about your days that you don't enjoy. Write those things down and think how you're going to eliminate those things, because that's what I did. The things I didn't enjoy were not being able to pick up my children from school. So what could I do about that? I was teaching all these after school clubs. The only time of day that they could happen was after school. So for me, my solution was to get other people in to do them for me. Okay, I maybe don't make so much money on each class because I'm paying them, but I'm still making a profit on what they're going out to do. So, and I realised I could maximise on that as well. So I've got lots of people out teaching clubs on the same day, at the same time. So I can be picking up my children from school, but I'm still making money. Now, that might not be for you. You might not want to run a business. You might want to just go out to work and then come home and not think about having to worry about any of that, which is absolutely fine. But what is it you want to do? What would you enjoy doing? Write down a few of the things, like maybe 5 things that you love, that you really enjoy doing, and then find what you could make money from those 5 things. You know, do you like baking? Do you like cakes? Has the bakery got a part-time job going that you could maybe go in and work in the bakery? Or could you make cakes at home while you're there with your children? And could you sell your cakes? That's just one example. Could be anything, whatever it is. Just write those things down and ask yourself, out of the 5 things, how can you make money? Because I'll tell you something, I make money on hula hooping, okay? It's a really random thing. So money can be made from anything, absolutely anything. And it can always be something that you enjoy doing. And there is a way to have it all. So I'm going to leave it there because I've been waffling on for quite a while, but I would love to know any feedback from you. Tell me if you've managed to do that. Tell me if you can write those things down and let me know any of your thoughts, any of your ideas. I'd love to hear from you.